High roller, sweet.
Is it time?
Where to, partner? Casino floor.
I'll sit tight. Fine by me. Hello, potential customer.
I keep hearing about some courier making a fuss over at the strip. Must have delivered more than just mail.
I'd remember if I had seen you here before. The clamor of our bloodthirsty crowds reaches every corner of the wasteland. This is the Thorn. Here's where the strong make a name. You can bet. Be warned. What? The rules are simple. My creatures fight for our pleasure. But you can get a bigger share if you risk your skin in the Thorn. I won't tolerate anyone that interferes with the fights. Offend me, and your blood will be the next to spill. My creatures are expensive. If your pleasure is to see them bleed at your will, I'll oblige only after my cost. Those costs will change depending on your choice of fighters. Also, I'll only allow... I'll help you set up good matches. You pay, you bet, and I bring... And I won't stop. What's the name of it? Giant Rats. You've got... Get to your... Well done, stranger. Here's your... Welcome back, stranger. What? And I won't stop you. What's... Get...
Cut it out, will ya?
Well done, stranger. Welcome back, stranger. We're lucky to have some chasm. And I won't... What's the name? You're paying for it. What'll bleed? The thorns thirst. Welcome back, stranger. And what's...
That tower on the strip, the one you can see for miles? I hear it ain't sealed up no more.
Well done. Welcome back, stranger. What? Even if I trusted you, I'd not. The thorns are sacred. These be. Our creatures come from the farthest reach. We think you have what it takes? The thorn needs newborn specimens that will one day bring me a dozen giant mantises' eggs. If you will come, you'll find eggs. You've got just so.
Going to place me a good bet. At the thorn.
Welcome back, stranger. Bring me a dozen.
I heard about some things you've done around town. Nice. Like I always say,
Welcome, sir, or... Welcome, sir or madam. Welcome, sir or
Move along.
It's hard to sleep in this place, I tell you. Last night, some girl was pounding on my door all night. Finally, I had to let her out. What?
Beg your pardon, but could I trouble you to My deepest apology, but we simply can't have anyone waving their weapons around in the hotel. Please. They'll be handled.
Bitter Springs.
You watch yourself around Mr.
A
Gunderson.
name like that could have only brought bad luck.
I've heard you have to make reservations at the Gorman years in advance.
Beg your pardon, stranger, but I'm looking for someone. You ain't seen a young man with dark brown hair and a white hat on. Ain't nobody got one darn piece of news about my boy. Ain't got one Brahmin unaccounted for across a dozen ranches. But I'm here for an hour in my own... Yep, got a whole mess of Brahmins to my name. Bighorners, too. Used to just have the one ranch, but land was easy to grab before the soldiers moved. Before I knew it, I was running one of the biggest ranching operations east of California. Now, everywhere I go, folks I never even met shake my hand and call me Mr. Gunderson. Don't quite know what to make of that. My boy, Ted, he was right here. I didn't leave him but a minute. I told him to stay put while I talked some things over with the White Glove folks. He was never one to stay tied down to a spot, though. Got most of my staff out looking for him now. I'd be out myself, but I keep hoping he'll show up back. Of course, if he does that, I'll whoop him till his skinny hide turns to leather for putting me through this. But that don't mean I wouldn't be... I'd be more than happy to have you. Heck, I'll hire anybody with a pair of legs and at least one good eye at this point. There'd be a lot of money in it for you if you can get him back. And if he ain't, you can bet I'll pay for the names of the sons of bitches responsible. That's what they call themselves, the folk that run this place. They're the ones dressed all fancy with their bow ties and shiny dresses. Some of them got masks, too. Real hard to trust folks like that. A couple of them show their faces, and that's who I do my business. I don't talk to none of the other ones.
Dance.
How may I be of service, madam? No, not from the likes of you, I'm afraid. I don't... My, such a popular question. I suppose it is only natural to see us and wonder what it is that makes us... The White Glove Society has only just made itself known to the public, of course, But our pedigree was established over generations. Were we always so refined? I'd be lying if I said yes. But I've always felt we were destined for a place atop modern society. And now, here we are. Not everyone can wear the finest clothes and eat the finest foods, obviously. That's just the reality we live in. But surely we can agree that the most tasteful, sophisticated people are the most deserving. And that's what the White Glove Society is all about. Indeed.
Should have bet we'd kill the Fiend's leader. Hey, any idea how somebody gets into the White Glove Society? Have to know somebody?
Those masks make me nervous. Is there something wrong with their faces?
They must have spent a fortune renovating this place.
Welcome to Top Shelf. The drinks cost twice as much during happy hour, but they draw twice the attention.
Our guys put the monorail back to work.
What can I get you?
Any idea how somebody gets into the White Glove Society? Have to know somebody?
There are a lot of rumors going around about the White Glove Society. I heard they used to be tribals.
That tower on the strip, the one you can
I'm
see for
sorry.
miles,
I prefer to
hear it ain't
converse with
sealed up no
interesting
more.
people.
It must be horrible to live in places without luxury. Word has it you were spotted entering the Lucky 38. However, did you get on that?
Did you see Heck Gunderson, the Brahmin
Our guys
Baron
put the
of
monorail
bar?
back to work.
He may be a wastelander, but his taste clearly befits.
I'm sorry. I prefer to converse with interesting people.
How do you do? Welcome to the Ultralux. I do hope it exceeds your every expectation. I do, but one can hardly call it work. I think of myself as a caretaker rather than a common laborer. I suppose it is a labor of love if it can be called labor at all. We at the White Glove Society are all responsible for maintaining the beauty and class of the Ultralux. And as its founder, I suppose it falls to me to decide how we... This again? I thought this was all settled. I answered every one of that investigator's questions to his satisfaction and gave all the help I could. I know our reputation hasn't always been spotless, but that's all in the past now. How some people can't get over it is beyond... For the last time, the White Glove Society has never and will never consume human flesh for any reason. It's written in the charter. Now, didn't I already tell you that we don't do that sort of thing? We do not engage in cannibalism here under any circumstances, though we haven't always been the White Glove Society. There was another time, a dark time, when we went by a different name. But that's all changed now. We've evolved past such base impulses since settling into our new home. I've seen to it that those days are behind. There was an investigator who came through here last week. He'd been hired by a young man whose bride-to-be went missing during their stay here. Well, you can already guess what probably happened, can't you? It seems perfectly likely that she got cold feet and ran off. And that young groom just didn't have a clue, the poor dear. Why, yes, I think so, if he hasn't checked out yet, that is. I had our maitre d' Mortimer offer him a complimentary room for as long as it took for him to be satisfied. You see, the White Glove Society remains the very picture of courtesy, even in the face of such impolite accusations. A man? Well, then this can't be. 2 disappearances in my hotel? What will people say? I'm going to have a word with my staff about security on the premises. Whether these people are found or not, our guests simply must feel safe in their own room.
The fiends are running for their lives. That'll show everyone what we do to our enemies.
Life at the top is immensely satisfying.
How may I be of service, madam? Private investigator. Ah, yes, I remember the gentleman. This was about the missing bride. Such an awful thing. I do hope he finds her whereabouts. If I might pry, have you found something that will help his Good. I hope that young man gets some closure after all he's been through. Now, ordinarily, we don't give out guest information, but I think given the circumstances... Let's see. He hasn't checked out yet. If you head back to the hotel rooms, his will be 1 floor directly above you after you exit the lobby. I hope we can put this whole matter to rest at last. If you head back to the hotel rooms, his will be 1 floor directly above you after you exit the lobby. Indeed.
Should have bet. It smells so good in here. Like the air is cleaner than it is outside.
It smells so good in here. Like the air is cleaner than it is outside. They say it's safer to travel now that fiends are retreating, but I'd still look out for trouble.
Hey! Had enough?
They must have spent a fortune renovating this place.
Hey.
Did you see Heck Gunderson, the Brahmin Baron, at the bar? He may be a wastelander, but his taste clearly depicts.
Thank you for visiting New Vegas.
Where to, partner? High roller suite. Casino floor.
It's hard to sleep in this place, I tell you. Last night...
Beg your pardon, but could I... My deepest apologies for the but we... Please.
That fiend leader shouldn't have messed with our great army.
who are you? So was the man I'm supposed to be meeting here. Where is he? The devil he did? He was supposed to meet me days ago. Are you in Mortimer's employ then? Oh my goodness me. They must know he was talking to someone on the inside. They'll be watching everyone closer now. I knew this was a mistake. The girl, the one who disappeared. I know what happened to her. Mortimer, if he realizes it was me the investigator was planning to meet, he'll have me killed. Because I distracted her fiancé while they took her. Well, I'm not proud of it, but I had to. They could see I was happy. Some of the White Gloves began meeting privately a while back, started talking about how we'd lost our identity. I started attending because I thought it was about changing our politics. Then they started talking about returning to the old ways, and there was no way out. They'd kill me for the things I heard them. Yes, the White Glove Society strictly forbids eating humans, but we weren't always the White Glove Society. Mortimer and some of the others have regressed to the old way. They've taken many people over the last few months, but always from Freeside or secluded places where they wouldn't be missed. It wasn't enough. Lately, they've gone for tourists here on the Strip, even in the hotel. I guess that's the hazard of a cannibal becoming a gourmet. It's hard to please a refined palate. He's alive, as far as I know. They're trying to keep him fresh. Mortimer has special plans for him. The White Glove Society has a banquet every night at 7. It's in our private section. Mortimer wants to reintroduce humans into our cuisine. Since eating people is a crime we punish by death, he's going to do it in secret. After everyone has eaten it, he'll tell them. With no real way to punish everyone, in Mortimer's mind anyway, their minds will be open to the idea of eating people as a delicacy. They might, but to him, the legacy of returning to the old ways is worth his own life. I don't think he expects it, though. I don't either. Nothing is more important to the society than being on the cutting edge of New Vegas cuisine. Mortimer's idea will appeal to that need. He just has to get them over the taboo. That may be true, but I wouldn't recommend it. He's built a reputation, and it isn't for calmness and impartiality. He's not what he looks like. They call him Hurricane Heck. The man built his empire by hiring mercenaries to drive off the competition. Lately, he's been attacking our Brahmin suppliers so he can take over their business. He's the sort to pound in a nail with a wrecking ball. If you give him the whole story on this, he'd be liable to raise the entire hotel. And God knows what he'd do to the rest of the Strip. I don't know exactly. I wasn't in on it. I think some of them have stopped trusting me. But you can bet they're keeping him near the gourmand. Our chef, Philippe, has an obsession with fresh ingredients. It'd be back in the members-only section, so you'll have to be careful. Don't be seen, and more importantly, don't let them see Ted in the open. It's guarded both at the lobby entrance and in the access tunnels leading from the main restaurant. I could sponsor you as an honorary member, but I don't know that you've achieved the level of status that would gain the Society's approval. Perhaps if you were to gain some more notoriety on the Strip, we could get you in. Otherwise, you'll have to find some way to get inside quietly. It won't be easy, and it'll be harder still to get them out. Well, they'll all be sampling pre-war wines before the meal. Maybe it's as simple as drugging them. Although that wouldn't stop any future kidnappings. You'd have to expose Mortimer, but he's going to confess anyway. What if his revelation were a lie? What if no one had eaten human flesh but him? If you could somehow replace Philippe in the kitchen and serve a convincing substitute instead, you could walk Ted right through the middle of that room after Mortimer speaks, and then he'd have some explaining to do. Philippe has been trying to approximate the taste of human flesh for years. He must have a recipe somewhere. Let's plan on meeting again as soon as... Wait, did you hear something? Were you followed?
It smells so good in here. Like the air is cleaner than it is outside. Hello. Every evening, most of the White Glove Society sneaks away somewhere. It's probably just for show.
Salutations. You look positively famished. We simply can't have that. You want...
Should have bet we'd kill the fiends.
Our guys put the monorail back to work.
Welcome to the Ultralux. Why, yes, of course. The White Glove Society is the most... It's only natural that you'd need a sponsor from within the... Originally, we didn't allow anyone else in, you see. Founding members only. We thought exclusivity would make us the envy of everyone. And it has. But then I had the idea to allow honorary members. Lower in status, naturally, but it just makes people want to be us even more. And the right people could certainly do wonders for our image. Celebrities, philanthropists, we want only the very best. I'm afraid you are a relative unknown. Certainly not the caliber of person we would consider for such an honor. Not yet. If you had more notoriety or clout here on the Strip, things would be different. People need to have heard of you, and you must be well thought of. Welcome to the Ultralux. The answer is... Come back.
Bitter Springs. A name like that could have only brought bad luck.
Why are you standing still? Do you think the world waits for you while you stand there drooling? Get back out there and get to... Don't make eye contact with me. Look at the floor and... I thought I told you to get lost. Well, what do you want? I'm very... Can't you see I'm busy? No, it'll ruin my ingredients. What the... You son of a... Goddamn mother... Oh, let me out!
How may I assist? At what?
Howdy. My daddy's gonna kill all you bastards once he finds out what... My daddy sent you? God damn it, I almost died in here. What the hell took you so long? Who did this to me anyway? They hit me over the head before I got a look... Alright, fine.
I know I'm not the scheduled speaker, but I have a few words, if I may. There was a time, not so long ago, when we were bound together not as members, but as family, as a clan. And when Mr. House came to us with his proposal, we accepted, knowing we stood to gain much. Little did we know how much we'd lose in the process. As a society, we've endeavored to sample the finest food and drink the world has to offer. But we are living a lie. There is a meat sweeter than the most corn-fed livestock. Most of you have tasted it. All of you have coveted it. Among us, it is a crime to discuss a return to the old ways that unified our people. Tonight, that all changes. The taboo ends. Let me finish, Marjorie. You don't know it yet, but you are all now guilty of a greater crime. One that ordinarily bears the harshest of punishments. Surely that you are all guilty warrants not only universal amnesty, but also a renewed discussion. For our society to be truly elite, we must dine on the most delicious, the most exclusive food known to us. And tonight, for the first time as a society, you are sampling that very dish, the meat we are forbidden to taste, the way it was meant to be eaten. Fellow members of the White Glove Society, bon appetit. What the... Who is this trespass? What are you... Why is he there? Who are we eating right now? No! These are lies. I never kidnapped anyone. And even if I did, there's no harm done. You're all hypocrites. How can you claim to be connoisseurs yet deny yourselves the greatest? I am ashamed to have once called everyone here family. I'll begin anew. The White...
Word has it you were spotted entering the Lucky 38. However did you... It must be horrible to live in places without luxury.
Oh my. How unfortunate. And in front of all these people, too. He always was a bit of a pill, Mortimer. He was so pouty when I decided to ban eating people. And now this. I should have paid more attention to the warning sign. Can you imagine what people would have said? Why, it would have been a complete scandal if it weren't for you. Welcome to the Ultralux. The
Salutations.
There was a time not so long ago when we were bound together not as members, but as family, as a clan. And when Mr. House came to us with his proposal, we accepted, knowing we stood to gain much. Little did we know how much we'd lose in the process. As a society, we've endeavored to sample the finest food and drink the world has to offer. But we are living a lie. There is a meat sweeter than the most corn-fed livestock. Most of you have tasted it. All of you have coveted it. Among us, it is a crime to discuss a return to the old ways that unified our people. Tonight, that all changes. The taboo ends. Let me finish, Marjorie. You don't know it yet, but you are all now guilty of a greater crime. One that ordinarily bears the harshest of punishments. Surely that you are all guilty warrants not only universal amnesty, but also a renewed discussion. For our society to be truly elite, we must dine on the most delicious, the most exclusive food known to us. And tonight, for the first time as a society, you are sampling that very dish, the meat we are forbidden to taste, the way it was meant to be eaten. Fellow members of the White Glove Society, bon appetit. What the... Who is this trust? What are you... No! These are lies. I never kidnapped anyone. And even if I did... So be it. But we are all cannibals here. My death will be a constant reminder, and someday you will... Over here!
Whoa!
Whoa! Had enough? Had enough?
You like that? How do you fare?
Greetings.
Salutations. Salutations.
Hello there.
Oh, he always was a bit of a pill, Mortimer. I should have paid... Can you imagine?
To eat at the Gorman is to spoil the palate. I can't bring myself to eat anywhere else.
Greetings.
How do you fare?
Salutations.
Greetings.
Salutations.
He's trying to escape. You, what do you think you're... First he's too trusting, now he doesn't trust any of us. It addles this. I suppose caution is the desirable course.
Greetings.
Should have bet we'd kill the Fiend's leader.
Oh my God. Ted, are you all right?
Quit your hollering. I'm fine.
You got me my boy back. I got no words. Now, I hope you didn't do no harm to whoever's responsible for this. I want to skin their hides. Well, that does it. None of them maniacs will ever do business with Head Gunderson long as they... Hell, I'll put me together a damn blockade. They control the food? Well, there ain't... It's a goddamn monument to inhumanity. I don't like this place. Whole strip, really. Ever since I got here, the stink of it has flooded my nostrils. But you got a point. They're already hell-bent on depravity here. All I'd be doing is helping them along. All right. Well, I promised you I'd make it worth your while. So here you are. Try not to lose it all at the same casino.
I hear a troublesome Legion camp got razed to the ground.
I love the masks. It's like being at a...
Those fiend junkies over at Vault 3 been taking some hits. I say kill them all.
Over here!
Should have bet we'd kill the Fiend's leader.
Humbly at your service.
You done right by me.
You know, if you
I
knew what you were
appreciate it.
doing, I could have been out of there hours ago.
Our guys put the monorail back to work.
Our guys put the monorail back to work.
Howdy, come try your luck? I hope it's on your side.
No loitering.
Don't bother me, please.
Excuse me, but I'm busy.
Hi. What can I do for you? You saw our front sign, didn't you? This is where all the beautiful signs of the Strip become a reality. It all comes from Michelangelo's imagination. We do a little work here and there too, sure, but he's the reason the Strip shines like a star at night. Mike's imagined and built every sign, billboard, and light you'll see around here. I've been here over a year now, though I'm not one to get tired for long. I plan to roam the wasteland once I'm ready. The people need light and kindness. There's too much fear and pain out there. Bye.
Don't bother me, please.
Good to see you again. Take a... Well, it is my vault, all right. I mean, yeah. That is, no. I take care of it, but I suppose you could say that it belongs to Mr. House. Mr. House has everything to do with Vault 21. He tried to get us out before he filled it with concrete. I almost went ape. So we convinced him. Okay, Sheldon and I, right? We convinced him to leave the top level mostly intact. I don't know, maybe he didn't want anybody sneaking around down there. My vault runs deep and wide. It's filled with corridors and rooms that go far. What gives him the right to screw us with the royal shaft anyway? So he saved New Vegas, woohoo! Now scram and let us go on with our lives. Sheesh. Yeah, and you gotta dig what I did with it. Looking as good as it should? Almost. It was bustling with activity. We all knew each other so well. You see, the vault kept us all even. It's all symmetry and windows down there. We solved any quarrels through gambling. Lady Luck cast no eyeballs, you know? So, nobody shafted anyone else. Yeah, I miss those days. Mitch? You mean Molebutt? I hadn't thought about that name in a long time. I was just a child and he had a big mole in his rear bumper. You understand, kids and all that. Everyone knows about each other in a vault. There's no other way. I hope Mitch... Sure, the place is packed. Usually. We get loads of NCR cubes these days. A stray Brahmin baron once in a while, and recently circled couples shining big rocks on their fingers. I take care of it, but I suppose you could say that it belongs... No, silly, of course it wasn't always a hotel. I grew up in it. I love it. My favorite place in the world. Not that I know much of the world. I never left this place, come to think of it. But it is the most special vault ever. My vault is pure New Vegas. Everyone has a chance, and Lady Luck smiles if you play your odds right. Okay, it was like that before we had to leave. Vault 21 had very smart ways to help people get along. All arguments and fights got solved through gambling. I'll give you a quick tour of my home. Oh, yeah. Rightio, Daddy-o. Let's do it. All right, please follow me. We'll head into the vault right away. This bunker protects the entrance to the vault, solid stone outside and thick steel on the inside. Above us, there's a control center for this level of the vault's life support systems, electric grid, radioactive shields, and all that jazz. Don't get lost. My vault has many corridors and rooms, although it is no longer symmetrical after Mr. House threw us out.
Hello?
Hey.
Vegas at night is like nothing else.
Traveling into the Strip just got a lot easier now that the
This
Fiend's
is the main
leaders are
game
dead.
hall. Here we settled the big
Wish I could have
disputes
seen
among
what's
the
inside
vault's
the
levels.
38.
Chosen representatives gambled against each other here. The winner earned the right to settle the dispute as wished by the collective. We used to have such parties in this diner. A bitch to clean later, but well worth it. This hall leads to our guest rooms. You can use the first room on our left, but no snooping next door. That's my room. Always was. Down there is the game room. Each side of the vault had one, but the other is filled with concrete now. Okay, that wraps it up. I'll see you soon. Good to see you again. Oh. No. Good to see you again. I have all sorts of things. Vault souvenirs, vault wares, vault machines, vault mementos, and vault suits. And, well... if you could bring me vault suits, I would so make it worth your while. I mean, really. But it has to be good leather, okay? You would? That would help me. I'll pay you good money.
Our guys
You
put the
turned
monorail
around?
back to work.
Our guys put the monorail
Traveling
back
into
to work.
the strip just got a lot easier now that the Fiend's leaders are dead.
Seeing the sights?
Our guys put the monorail back to work. That Fiend leader shouldn't have messed with our great army.
They say it's safer to travel now. Our guys
Should have bet we'd kill the Fiend's leader.